Hey everyone, it's Brooke. So this week in new books, there were some. Release date was 1/15 yesterday as I'm filming this, and I picked up, well, technically two, but only one yesterday. And that is The Dreamers by Karen Thompson Walker. So this is her follow-up to Age of Miracles, which I really liked. I've had this pre-ordered since June of 2018, so I've been very excited for it. It is getting really good reviews, and in the way that she does sort of sleepy, apocalyptic kind of stories, this is about a sort of sleeping illness where you start to feel really lethargic, kind of flu-like, and then you just go to sleep until you die. And it starts on a university campus, and the college students slowly start to develop this illness, and that's as far as I've really gotten into it, but it immediately sucked me in when I started reading last night. I read maybe 20 pages. So good so far. I also am going to be getting The Gilded Wolves by Roshani Chokshi, but it's coming in the Owl Crate box, and I do get Owl Crate for those of you who don't know. So I'm waiting for that, but I think I might start listening to it on audio because I'm about to finish my current audio read of The Girl in the Tower by Katherine Arden, which has been so fun and very quick. So yeah, there's no bookmark in it because I'm listening to it on audio. Wow, it's been a long day. I have about, 20 pages of this left. I'm gonna literally finish it as soon as I finish filming this. And then so I think I will pick up The Gilded Wolves thanks to Scribd, because that's how I normally listen to audiobooks. And that's how I'll be listening to Gilded Wolves. I'm also reading in a not grab me fashion, Yangsze Choo's The Night Tiger. So I had real high hopes for this, but it was also a bit of a risk because I'd never read the author before. I'm hit or miss on historical fiction, but the cover and just being set in 1930s Malaysia, an intertwining story between like a young boy and a young woman really sucked me in. But something is not actually sucking me in. I've read now 45 pages. I'm gonna give it 100 pages to fully decide. It's not hard to read, so you would think I'd be done with this by now. The chapters are really short. There's nothing challenging about it. I just don't care at all right now. I haven't connected to anyone, and the chapters are so short, like 5 pages, and it keeps going back and forth, and I feel like I never get enough time to really connect with anyone. There are interesting story bits, like how a severed finger is literally going to bring these two main characters together somehow, but I just so far haven't clicked yet with this, and it's making me sad. But like I said, I'll give it to 100 pages. That should happen sometime this week, so I will know yay or nay by the next time I film one of these videos whether this one will be whether I'll be continuing on and finishing it or not. Sad. As far as some of the other books I got last week, I did start and finish In an Absent Dream by McGuire, and just as I suspected, I loved this. I thought this was the saddest one in the Wayward Children series so far, and I can see how that kind of tonal shift would maybe have put off some people, but for me, this gave me so much to think about. Yeah, so stay tuned for whenever I either review it separately or wrap it up, because I'll have a lot to say. Sadly, I did DNF one of the books I got last week. Mouthful of Birds by Samanta Schweblin. This is a short story collection. She wrote these short stories before Fever Dream You can tell, but that's not why I DNF'd it. Actually, the first 2 stories I really enjoyed, and I actually really recommend Preserves if you can find it on the internet for free, because it was fascinating. It was what I wanted this collection to be. It was about a teenage girl who starts only eating live birds and sort of what that means for her parents, and it's just really weird, which is what I wanted, and well done, and strange, and it doesn't really give you any answers, and like haunting, like keep you up at night, kind of bizarre, like Fever Dream. Then the stories began to get unremarkable, but I was willing to forgive a couple of duds. And then the stories began just having characters who threw gay slurs at each other with like no commentary on that. That was just a thing. Done. 2 stories in a row, and I was like, okay, yeah, I'm not doing this if this is what we're doing. And so I started to skim the next story, and it was about beating a dog to death with a shovel. And I was done. And I was really angry because this is being published now, but it has been, I believe it was published in Spanish before, most of these stories. So they're making a conscious decision to bring this out in English here in this collection now in 2019, and to leave gay slurs completely unexamined and just part of these stories. Like, that was a decision that was made? No. So I DNF'd it and moved on with my life, and I am fine with that. So yeah, that's what's happening with my reading. I am being like, you guys. So normally in a year I would only read like 4 audiobooks total. I have read 4 things on audio this month, and I'll probably read at least a couple more. And I'm sort of just obsessed with the audio format right now. So that's going really well. That's sort of how 2019 is shaping up currently. This weekend is a holiday weekend here in the US. I think I'm going to do a reading vlog over the 3 days. So that should be fun. And I'm going to be reorganizing these guys. Got it in my head how I want to do it, I think. And I'm going to focus on it this weekend, making it prettier, which is going to include combining my unread with my read. I've thought about it for a long time, and I think I want to do it because I just think I want all of my genres together. So, to give me an idea, you know, of how much space I need everywhere, I just feel like I want them all together. I know what I haven't read. I have all these books cataloged, so that's not a problem. Anyway, do you guys do that, or do you separate read from unread? I used to keep them in totally separate rooms, but now that they're all here, I'm just like, let's just combine them. Anyways, let me know what you're currently reading down below, and I will talk to you guys next week. Bye.